Hi, my Flat Earth family. This is just going to be a short video. I should have done it yesterday, but things caught up to me. So, the activists, hopefully we're going to have a hangout later this evening and talk about the year in review. So, I wanted to let you know what I did yesterday. So yesterday I went to a compass class. How to take readings off of a map and go out in the field, how to find things with a compass, learning some of the lingo, and it was very interesting. There's easting and northing. I knew this group that does that kind of thing, and I even made the remark that, oh, it just sounds like we're a bunch of adult Boy Scouts. So they do that kind of thing, and these were some people I had known for several years, and I really didn't get, go to too many meetings, especially since Flat Earth. I've been very busy just doing Flat Earth. But this compass class came up, and I thought, wow, that's something I need to do, because I've been involved in taking the readings for the sunrise and the sunset, and I wanted to know more about that because I'm in connection with a science group online, and they're from all over the place, all over the world, and we did an equinox, and of course the equinox was due east. So I said, okay, well, it doesn't make sense to me, except that maybe on a flat earth, since I'm in Pennsylvania, maybe the sun coming around the circle would be farther north. So I said, well, I'm going to just keep on taking these readings. And they left the Hangout open, and we do post some things there occasionally. So, it was just the winter solstice. So I, of course, did another video, which you may have seen, and got the readings from that. And I have a friend who lives in South Africa, a Facebook friend. And so I asked this person to... she also did the equinox for me, and I asked her to do the winter solstice. And, if it's within a couple days, I think the sun is in Capricorn for 3 days. So it doesn't have to be that exact morning, or, I think if we get a good idea, it'll be all right, So she gave me the readings that she had. And it was interesting because her reading was due east. Due east and just about due west for the sunset. So I'm a little bit confused, but I'm going to just gather more data. I'm asking the science group also to just gather more data and see what we come up with. You can't just make an assumption on one compass reading. You have to get all the data, like from the whole year, and see what you come up with. Then you have something to work from. So this compass class, I asked the guy who taught it, and he's an electromechanical engineer and an RF designer, and they do some military contracts. So I'm not going to hand out names and whatnot. I don't think that's important, but I do trust what he said. So let me see who else was there. It was a building contractor, a lawyer, a gun shop. I don't think he was a gun shop owner, but he was at least an employee at a gun shop. a government employee. He works, I'm going to just leave it at that. And there was like 2 or 3 other people there. One other girl. So there was 2 girls. And the girl lives near me. So that's awesome. So hopefully we'll get together and have some coffee soon. And so I guess there was 8 or 9 of us there. I can't remember. But so we had some good conversation, and we had it was all the whole morning from like 9 to 12:30 or 1 o'clock even. And it was very nice. So we all got some maps, and we learned about declination and subtracting for the declination. So when you're going out, you add for declination. But when you're going in to plot it on a map, you subtract the declination. Now let me tell you what declination is. Declination is the distance away from magnetic north. You see, when we have a compass, all we get is the magnetic north. But the maps are reckoned towards true north. So they all have this little declination thing on them that tells you, oh yeah, magnetic north is not really where true north is. It's off. So where we were, it was like 5 degrees. That's close to where I'm living. It's like, and you subtract 5 degrees when you go back to put it on the map. So I thought, okay, and what's this called? Wait a minute. I got that written down somewhere. Sorry, let me find that. Oh, agonic line. A-G-O-N-I-C. Agonic line. And that is where true north and magnetic north are the same. Now, it would appear to me that this agonic line should go north to south around that circumference of the fake globe. We all know it's a fake globe. So there is only one place that is. Now, the guy who was the teacher of this class, he said, do not use old maps. It will be off. That declination will not be the same on an old map. Okay, so I thought, okay, let me think about this. This is a little strange. And of course, you know, I'm the only flat earther there, and I'm thinking, why is that? And somebody else asked a question. I didn't really raise that question. Oh, well, you know, how come it's off? How come there's, you know, how old can the map be that we shouldn't use it? He said, and the teacher said, oh, well, if it's like 50 years, every 50 years it moves a degree or something. Okay, so I looked that up today, and I looked up agonic line, and true north, all those declinations have to be given to us on a chart by the government. Hello? So we don't really have any way of finding this out ourselves. Oh, they could tell us, oh, well, it's like 23 degrees off or something. And I heard that today in a video or something. Oh, I'm sorry, my doggies are barking. Okay, so, yes, the chart for all this declination comes from the government. So we know that when they have a globe, they have to hide it. They have to hide the flat earth. They have to hide certain things. Now, there is some mystery about true north, because we know that true north is not what it used to be. In the old maps, there used to be land there. And if it is, as I say, as I theorize, that it is a torus field, then true north and magnetic north are the same. But they don't want us to look at true north. They don't want us looking there. So they have to shift it off and say it's someplace else, that we really can't find true north. Same thing with South Pole. They don't want us to know that the South is really the South Rim. So when they take these little excursions down there to Antarctica, they put up a fake South Pole, and it's a barber pole, and they all do a funny dance around it, and they say, oh, this is the South Pole. Isn't this amazing? No, it's not amazing. It's ridiculous. So they want us to just believe whatever they're saying. So I was really glad that I went to this meeting, this compass class, and learned all these things, and met some of these great people. I had a great time, and I'm looking forward to going back, especially in the wintertime. Oh, and he talked about the MGRS, Military Grid Reference System. So the Military Grid Reference System. And we learned how to do plotting and converting it, and it's all in metric, meters. So I learned how to use the protractor with all of the markings on it, and then to find locations. So that's awesome. But you have to know that here again, something really sketchy is here with this. So why are things so sketchy all the time? Why isn't it just straightforward? Well, of course, you know, they want us to appear as though we're stupid. So they make it complicated. It's like adding a number, then further on, they subtract the number. They get the right answer, but they have to make it complicated. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say. And whenever you have the opportunity to do such things, go out and do them. You know, go and meet up with these groups. I did have a chance to tell them a little bit about the flat earth. Something was said in the morning, or at the beginning of the meeting. And so that, we introduced ourselves. And of course I said, well, I'm a flat earther, and I go out and I teach flat earth. So they did not laugh, which was really good. I thought, well, that's good. They can respect me. And the one guy said, did you go to bike night in Lansdale? I'm there. Yeah. He said, well, I walked right past you then. I didn't know that was you. So there you go. You never know who you're going to run into. And so we all introduced ourselves. And then afterwards, the teacher said, well, you know, I'll try not to say anything about, you know, the globe earth or anything like that. I'm there, okay, fine. So after it was all done, I said, you know, you didn't say anything that contradicted with flat earth. He says, well, I could have said, you know, accounting for the curvature or something. I'm there, well, that's all right. And then somebody else asked a question about the flat earth. And like somebody said, oh, well, didn't you ever fly in a plane? I'm there, well, yeah, my dad was a pilot, but I never flew with my dad. So that's true. But I did date a pilot, and I flew every week, several times a week with him. So yeah, I've been up in a plane. I mean, and I've flown in commercial airlines too. So those fly much higher than my old boyfriend's airplane. But, and he had a helicopter too. But I've looked out, and so I said, you know, what you see is, you know, I extended my arm and I made the circle with my arm, and I said, that's what you see. But your mind is telling you it's curvature. That must be the curvature of the earth because it's a circle. But no, what you're really seeing is the limitation of your vision. Horizon. So, yeah, they don't, I didn't want to, you know, hit them too hard the first time. But if somebody asks a question again, I'd be happy to answer the questions. I'm there in their environment, and I want to be respectful of them. So I'm going to just go and enjoy learning something that I don't know. So, all right, this is all I wanted to say. And get out there and get involved with other groups. There are groups like this, like patriot groups and survival groups and things like that, where you can learn some things like getting back to the basics. And you could be a witness to them too, about what you know. Okay, well, this might be the last personal video that I make from Maryland Spirit Level this year, so I'm just wanted to wish everyone a happy, joyous 2019. Thanks. Okay, good night.